We are 16 seasons in. Shout out to RuPaul's, shout out to the Ru girls, shout out to the fandom. Well, not the crazy side of the fandom, but I'm just really excited for a new season. Let's get into it, y'all. Jesus, let me know, but they show no fish. You say you found it, but she's still gonna hold on. They say you found it, but she doesn't want. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Bonnie Scotch. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. I wanted to bring you a review slash recap for season 16, episode 1. And before we get into this recap, I wanted to wish everybody a happy new year. This is my very first video of the new year, and I'm just really happy to be in a new year, in a new space, in a new era with y'all. A few of y'all have asked me to review the new season, so I figured I would just watch the first episode, get a feel for the girls, and see if I wanted to do it. And I'm really liking this batch of girls. I mean, we've only seen about 6 or 7 of them. We're gonna see the other half next week, but still in the same. I'm very excited based on what I have seen in this first episode. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the entrance looks. First up, we have Q. She had on this all green number. It's my understanding that Q makes every last one of her costumes, and I'm into a crafty queen, a queen who makes her own looks, somebody who can sew. It is my belief that if you come onto this show, you got to know how to dress your body and make yourself a garment. Okay? And child, I need my glasses, honey. And extra points if you know how to make it well. My only critique of Q in this look is because the look was so big, I wish that the hair was bigger. It was just like this teeny tiny these little pigtails, and I just wanted like va-va-voom. I wanted waterfalls. You know what I mean? I wanted something really big, something really draggy, but I think that Q looked beautiful and I like the green on her. Next up, we have Tsunami Muse. Okay, Tsunami Muse is the daughter of Candy Muse, or is she the sister? I think she's the daughter. Anyway, she came in and she said that she's one of the fashion girls, and the first thing that I noticed is that the pants were ill-fitting. I liked everything from the waist up, but if you're gonna come in and say that you're a fashion girl, I expect fashions. If you come in and say that you dance and you buck, that's what I expect you to give. Don't come in talking about, oh, I'm a performer, darling, and don't give the girls no energy. So my expectations are high when you label yourself. I prefer when the girls come in quiet and don't say, oh, I give this, I give that, but start to roll out who you are as the show progresses. Then I am impressed. And that happened with one of the girls, and we're going to talk about that as we come up on it. So we have a mandatory meeting, cute name, underwhelming entrance look, the visible neckline on the breastplate. We can't do that no more, y'all. It's 16 seasons in. There's a choker. There's something you can put around your neck. I don't care if it's a bandana. I don't care if it's a scarf. Put something around that neck to cover up the line of demarcation on that breastplate, okay? But I love the name. A mandatory meeting, that is an incredible name. One of the first things that stuck out when I watched Meet the Queens, I was like, that's a good name. Next up, we have Morphine Dion Love. Cute shoes, overall cute outfit. I just think I wanted something a little bit bigger for the entrance look, and I think that the top was ill-fitting. Stuff the bra with some chicken cutlets, push them up, create like, y'all see how silky my silk press is, honey? I just washed my hair a couple of days ago, and she is silky, honey. Anyway, I just wanted to see, like, you know how when the queens draw on the lines of their cleavage? That's kind of what I wanted to see with Morphine Dion Love, but she's a very pretty queen. She's a very cute girl. Next up, we have Mirage. Outfit was very Doll's Kill. It put me in the mind of Sugar and Spice from last season. By the way, I actually just binged that season on Paramount. They put it up on Paramount, and I was able to finally watch it because when they have these drag race seasons, sometimes it'll be on VH1, sometimes it'll be MTV, other times it's on Paramount. So I don't have cable.
Shout out to my really good Judy Tangi. She let me borrow her cable login so I could watch along with you guys. But this was very Doll's Kill. I didn't love the fit, but she came in kind of doing this like little twerk and it did make me giggle a little bit. So I felt like, okay, her personality is cute. And I think she's like a really cute boy out of drag. And then last but not least, we have Dawn. I thought Dawn had a very cute entrance look. She makes her wigs, she makes her looks. And I'm looking forward to what she gives. I'm not really a huge fan of the kimchi esque makeup, you know, the thick white lines underneath, kind of like Trixie Mattel. I feel like Dawn is a really, really cute boy out of drag. So I want to see like what Dawn looks like really glammed up, but I think it's just their aesthetic, their personality, and you know, I'm not going to be overly critical too soon. I want to see what she gives. I'm really excited about Dawn. All right. So the mini challenge was a photo shoot kind of done through a peephole. You know how you have like those electronic security cameras? It was kind of like a photo shoot through that, in that sense, where RuPaul was kind of coaching the girls, telling them how to pose, telling them what to do. Love Connie is on set. She's trolling the girls. She's kind of acting like the nosy Karen of a neighbor who wants to call the cops on you for every little thing. I was introduced to Love Connie in season 15. Love Connie is unhinged, okay? But she's also perfect for the energy of Drag Race and she fits right in. So I love it. We have Sapphira, who is the winner of this challenge. She gets a cash prize of 2,500 Zwallas. And the main challenge is a spring break themed talent show. You get $5,000 and you also get immunity, okay? I kind of love this because it was a nostalgic moment for me. I am 36 years old, so I remember the days of the spring break on MTV. Little showcases that they used to do. They used to have like all of the hottest pop stars of that time come up and perform in their little outfits. Then it would be kind of like people down in the crowd with their bathing suits and beach balls and their swim trunks, and everybody's like dancing and having a good time. It just put me in the mind of TRL and, you know, all of those shows that used to come on back in the day. So it was a cute little blast from the past. I knew that the younger generation wouldn't really get it, but I don't know, I just thought it was really cute. So anyway, the queens also have to rate each other, okay? Now the shady business is starting early this season. Usually we have to wait until we're down to like the top 5 and RuPaul will ask the queens, who do you think should go home? I said, oh, they starting with the shadiness. Episode 1, honey. Okay. So Charlize Theron walks in while the girls are getting ready. And I love Charlize Theron. She's a Leo like me. She's a great actress. One of my favorite movies by her is this movie called Monster, where she plays a serial killer. And the way she physically transformed herself for that role is like something I've never seen before. It was insane. If you've never seen the movie Monster, it's definitely a hard watch, but I highly suggest it, okay? So she looks great. She's passing around some homemade cookies. She's giving the girls some words of encouragement, and I love it. Behind the scenes, Morphine tells us that her parents don't know that she does drag, and I just thought that was really interesting because even out of drag, she's very made up. She's very done up. Eyebrows are art. She has on makeup. So I'm just like, I want a little bit more of that backstory with Morphine Dion Love. All right. So now we are at the runway. RuPaul looks beautiful. She's giving me kind of like this wind-blown, wind-swept, strawberry lemon sorbet kind of look. It was a really pretty silhouette. I thought she looked good. I just didn't love the makeup. I wanted something a little bit more going on with the makeup. It's very rare that I feel like RuPaul's makeup isn't on point, and I just didn't love it this episode. Not that she didn't look pretty, but I don't know. I just felt like I wanted something a little bit more. Anyway, Derek Barry is the host of this spring break talent show, and I did not like Derek Barry during their season. They were always picking at Bob the Drag Queen, who was one of my favorites, but shout out to Derek, you know what I mean? They are still doing their Britney Spears impersonation, and I got to give it to the girl. She does a great job at it. So we have Morphine Love up first. And here's something that I noticed. Morphine Dion was hyped up to be one of those girls who was like a performer, right? When she came out, to me, it was very low energy. I just wanted, like, when she was like breaking out of her, into her like new reveal, breaking out of that dress that she had on, I wanted more of a chest pop. I wanted something more, and I just felt like it was low energy. So it just made me wonder if they had to film this several times, and by the 10th time she was just over it. I don't know what it was giving, but I thought it was cute. It just, I don't know. I expected more because they were hyping her up. Anyway, we had a mandatory meeting up next. The bitch track was cute. It was okay. I didn't live like a mandatory meeting. Felt like she ate that up, and I felt like it was good energy, but it was just okay for me at the end of the day. We also had Dawn come out to a bitch track. It was kooky. It was another performance that was just okay. We have Q up next. She does kind of like this puppet house moment. What I will give Q credit for is what she got up there and did for this talent show was never before seen. I will give her that. We've never seen anybody do like a puppet house kind of performance. Even though it didn't make me laugh, it's not Bonnie Scotch's Drag Race. It's RuPaul's Drag Race. It made RuPaul laugh, and that's what matters. So it was different. She looked beautiful, and RuPaul likes silly things. So it is what it is. Now let's talk about Miss Mirage, honey. I wrote down here puss, 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 soft and cunt, feminine, and I also wrote that I would pay for that show. Yes, I would go down in my pocketbook for some cash for my debit card and swipe for that queen. Okay, that was everything for me. For me, that was the most impressive outside of Sapphira. Mirage ate that. She didn't come in bragging about how she's one of the performance girls. She kept it quiet. She kept it cute. And then she came on the stage and she let her performance speak for itself. I said, I wasn't expecting that from Mirage, but I was living for it. That was my favorite performance outside of Sapphira. So up next, we have Tsunami Muse. She came out really strong at first, and I thought the rap was good. But outside of that, it just was not a memorable performance. Next up, we have Sapphira Crystal. She did this opera number. She sounded really good. She looked fierce. She busted into the split, and she made RuPaul laugh. I thought she did a phenomenal job. Let's go ahead and talk about this runway. This is where things are about to get shady, y'all. And I understand that this is people's art, so I don't want to go hard on anybody, but I just have to speak to what I see on my TV, okay? First up, we have Morphine Dion Love. She comes out with a meaty tuck and Morphine comes out with a meaty tuck and a botched BBL. The BBL is not her fault. The BBL is the fault of the doctor. But also, I want to add that sometimes these girls, I'm not saying that this is the case with Morphine Love, but sometimes these girls go to these doctors overseas. They go to Guatemala, they go to Dominican Republic, and they get this really cheap surgery done. They get it for a low cost, and then they get a botched job, and it just doesn't look good. But they want to have it on display everywhere. The best BBL I've ever seen on Drag Race belonged to Kahana Montrese. You needed to go to Kahana's doctor, honey. There was a lot of meat in that tuck. It was a towel and a bathing suit. And I'm just looking at it like, this is the first episode of season 16, y'all. Y'all really got to come with it for the first episode, for this runway period. You're on the world stage. You know what I'm saying? So I just expected more. The face was beat. She looked absolutely stunning, but it was just another synthetic wig, and I just expected more. All right, so next we have a mandatory meeting. Oops, my bad. Next we have Dawn. Dawn was giving us kind of like this monster creature on the outside, and then she pulled out a reveal which looked to be reminiscent of, you know, those dolls from Monster High. It looked like that. She was painted purple. It was really pretty. Next up, we have a mandatory meeting. Clownery was afoot for this one. So she comes out with this really ugly zip up doll face, and the wig falls out as soon as she steps out onto the stage. Okay, that was the second bit of clownery. Then she unzips the ugly doll face, and she has a purple face with Caucasian arms and legs. What happened to the rest of the paint job? Why weren't the arms and the legs purple? Like, we need to see a complete thought. We want some cohesion when you all come out. I don't get why you had a purple face, 3 titties, and Caucasian arms and legs, but okay. For me, it just looked a mess. Tsunami Muse, I think she looks great. I think that the red looked really good on her. I thought that the reveals were cute. I just think that the first reveal and the third one, the first and the last, were my favorite. The second one, the dress, I didn't too much care for the fit of it, but I thought that the wig and the red, the jacket, the kind of dominatrix style garter lingerie that she had on looked very pretty on her. Next up, we have Q with this Maleficent-esque kind of look. She looked like a very sexy Disney villain, and I loved it. I thought it was a great look for her, and I was very impressed that she made this look as well, because I can't even imagine the time that she put in. Last but not least, we have Sapphira. Sapphira came out in an ill-fitting bodysuit, and the breastplate was really small and squeezed very close together. I didn't really love that look, but I thought that the mug and the wig was right. It was everything. Did anyone else notice that Michelle's critique of Mirage was stupid? What the hell was she talking about? I was like, what are you saying, Michelle? I just feel like sometimes she wants to say something negative, and I don't get that. I didn't agree with any of Michelle's critiques towards Mirage, so whatever. So the twist for this season is that the queens have to rate each other, okay? And it appears as though Q and Sapphira were scored the highest. Amanda and Tsunami scored the lowest. Q and Sapphira were the top 2 queens, and they lip sync against each other for the win. Now, the song was Break My Soul by Beyonce, which shocked the hell out of me. I did not expect a Beyonce song, a song off of Renaissance. Break My Soul is one of my least favorite songs off of that album. It's one of those songs that I always skip. But shout out to RuPaul for getting this song clear. Sapphira started off slow. It was kind of like a slow build-up. And by the end of the lip sync, that breastplate was dragging against the floor and bouncing off of her neck. Okay? But I think she did a really good job. You can tell she's athletic. Her high kicks actually were high kicks, which I appreciated. Sometimes the girls do high kick and it doesn't even reach like their shoulders. It'll barely reach their shoulders. So shout out to Sapphira for that. I thought she ate that. Q, she did just okay. Now we have Untucked. In Untucked, we learned that Amanda has only been doing drag since 2021, and it shows. And the girls said that they were going to give her the Marsha treatment. I thought that Marsha was a good performer, but her wigs and her makeup it left a lot to be desired. Her wigs were always starting down here. The lace was never together. And Marsha could have been really fierce if she had the makeup and wigs together. So hopefully they will be able to help Amanda out in that direction. Even the judges critiqued her makeup. I did gag a little bit when Sapphira told Amanda that her personality was better than her drag. It did crack her face a little bit. After watching this episode, I would have to say that my standouts from this batch of girls are Sapphira and Mirage. I'm looking forward to the next batch of girls coming on next week. And that was the episode, you guys. So please do me a huge favor on your way out. If you could hit the like button for me, it's a free way to support my channel. And what it does is push me up in the algorithm and lets YouTube know that y'all are rocking with my commentary. And I will see y'all for the next one. Peace.
I've been all in my phone, I got options, and I don't wanna tell you to drop it.